Hi, we are from group DEMI.
We want to present our project. Our project name is
Ocean Oil Spill Cleaner Robot. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and good morning. My name is Luqman Al-Hakim bin Zaman. I will be the first presenter for this group, which is DEM01. Our supervisor is Puan Nur Hanum binti Omar. So our robot is about Ocean Oil Spill Cleaner Robot. So what is oil spill? Oil spill is a form of pollution that releases liquid petroleum hydrocarbon into the environment, especially the marine ecosystem, due to human activity. There are many cases of oil spills. One of them was on 19 January 1991. It was the largest oil spill occurred in Kuwait during the Gulf War. One of the most recent cases of oil spill in Malaysia is on 20 April 2019. Johor Marine Department detected a 1 kilometer oil spill along Tanjung Palau waters. It was estimated that 300 tons of marine fuel oil had been discharged, and the spill covered an area 4 nautical miles from the coast. So humans found that using human hair that are stuffed inside female stockings are able to clean oil spills on the ocean. Our group decided to create a robot that can remotely control by using Arduino Bluetooth controller app and filter oil spills on the ocean. So this is our problem statement. When producing oil offshore, oil spill is inevitable, and it is a form of pollution that is able to harm and endanger marine life. So humans found that using human hair that are stuffed inside female stockings are able to clean oil spills on the ocean. However, this method may consume a lot of time. Other than that, some of the oil spills may not absorb to the human hair. Thus, we have to replace or reposition the human hair to absorb the remaining oil spills. So our objective is to develop a robot that is able to clean oil spills on the ocean by remotely controlling the robot using Arduino Bluetooth controller app, which is available on Google Play Store, and filtering method. So this is the scope of our project. The robot is mainly for cleaning oil spills on the ocean and not on land. This robot is able to filter petrol and gasoline. This robot is able to clean with an area of 20 to 30 meter radius. This robot is waterproof by using recycled RC board. This robot uses battery. The battery used is rechargeable, which is a lithium-ion battery type. The battery has a capacity of 8000 mAh. The sensors used are Bluetooth HC05 for remotely controlling the robot using Arduino Bluetooth controller app. This means that we are able to control the robot using our smartphone. And lastly, the motors used for this robot are DC motors.
So I will talk about the method of cleaning oil spills. So the first method is burning in situ. So in this method, the oil floating on the surface will basically be ignited to burn it off. So there is a lot of disadvantage for this method, is because it will cause significant damage to the environment as well as marine life. So as we know that burning oil will create a lot of toxic ingredients into the ocean. So it also only works on spills that are relatively fresh before the oil spreads. And lastly is that it will cause air pollution. And next we will talk about dispersants. So this method is basically using biology, and they will throw these dispersals, Crescit 9500, onto the oil spills to accelerate the disintegration of oil. So it can be effectively used for spills over large areas. But there is also disadvantage. So use of these dispersants can create troubles as the oil combines with water. It also gets mixed with sand and debris present in the water. So the toxicity of dispersants can affect the marine life and also the marine organisms on the seabed. And lastly is using booming and skimming. So this method is widely used in the world, and booms is used to confine the oil, and skimmers or oil scoops are deployed onto boards to remove the contaminants from the water surface. So a freeboard, that is booms, is the part that rises above the water surface to keep the oil spills from spreading away. But for a skirt, skimming is placed below the surface and keeps the oil from being squeezed under the booms and escaping. But there is also disadvantage for this method. So first, it cannot work in strong wave. Second, it's very affectable by weather. So right now we'll talk about robot concepts for cleaning oil spills. So there is 5 robots that is currently being used or in progress for helping cleaning the oil spills. So first is the Arrows. So this is the world's first and only robotic unmanned aircraft deployed satellite guided oil spill emergency response, rapid containment and recovery system. So these robots suck oily water and spins the liquids, sending denser water to the outside and creating a stream of oil in the center. So next we'll talk about liquid robots. So these robots are powered only by the sun and the waves. So the robots are covered with solar panels that power on board scientific instruments along with a GPS. So the onboard transmitter uses Iridium satellites to send data to and receive commands from the company headquarters in Sunnyvale, California. So these robots, as we know, that is invented in California. And next is Prote. So this robot uses the wind to power an unmanned sailing drone which pulls a long oil absorbent tail upwind. So a fleet of Prote will work as a swarm or be remotely controlled individually from the shore using a number of special algorithms in combinations with GPS data. So this sailing drone will be able to collect up to 2 tons of oils. And next is the biocleaner system. So for this robot, it's just a concept or in progress at this point. But if these technologies really succeed or it employs were readily available, it will be very invaluable asset to oceanic oil cleanups. So basically, this device floats on the water after being set up from a helicopter or boat, so it can track the source of the spill itself and concentrate on cleaning the spills in the area. And lastly is a robot that is unveiled, a robot that helps to clean up future spills. So a team at MIT has unveiled the solution, a solar-powered oil guzzling robot. So the robot is 16 feet long and 7 feet wide and uses a nanowire mesh that's able to absorb up to 20 times its own weight in oil. So the mesh is run through a conveyor belt-like device that makes up the bulk of the robot and is powered by a large solar panel located on the top of the device. So the flexible conveyor belt softly rolls over the ocean surface to absorb the oil while deflecting water because of its hydrophobic properties.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Muhammad Haziq bin Abdul Rahman. I will present about methodology. We use Arduino Uno Rev3 as our processor, Bluetooth device HC05 as our receiver, propeller, DC motor and filter. Next, this is our engineering drawing. This is our filter sketch. This is our boat sketch. And this is our full body boat sketching. This is how our circuit diagram looks like. Next, our boat estimate cost. As you can see, we use all this product for our boat. Total cost for our boat is 168 ringgit. This is our flowchart looks like. Lastly, block diagram from input, Bluetooth, controller, motor to output.
Assalamualaikum, I am Muhammad Fafiti Bazdan and I will continue the presentation. So this is the programming for our robot. There are 3 parts of programming. First is programming for receiving data from smartphone app via Bluetooth. Second, programming for the Arduino to recognize the control. Then the last is the programming for the control of the robot. So this is a process making our robot. First, we connecting the Arduino circuit. Then we testing the DC motor that found inside of the robot already have the motor. Then this is the display of the controller. Then we painting the robot. Next, we connecting the DC motor to the Arduino. The last thing is we uploading the programming to the robot. So for the conclusion, there are many improvements that needs to be done to make a better ocean oil spill cleaner robot that can be to clean oil spill on the ocean. The objective of this research effort was to prove that researchers can prevent the ocean oil spill by implementing ocean oil spill that can clean oil spill on the ocean within 20 to 30 meter range from the controller. The researcher has tested the ocean oil spill. Once it had disassembled the Bluetooth HC05 filter and Arduino in one circuit on the robot, it is found that the robot is able to filter oil spill within the 20 to 30 meter range. To prove these statements, there is a video that has been done by researchers. From here, it is proven that the objective met by the researcher has achieved successfully. Researchers believe that this report is fulfilling needs of the improvement in future. So for the improvement about the Bluetooth HC05, the range of our robot is limited. We could have an ESP, which is a Wi-Fi module, so that it has a wider range. So for the design of the robot should have a storage for all inside the robot instead of outside. This is due to the limit budget because we use the cycle robot for saving the budget. The storage of oil tank.
Our robot has a small tank which is not enough to limit the budget. Our original planning was to use a bigger tank that could store 1 liter oil. So for the last material of the filter, our original plan was to use hydrophobic polymer instead of human hair. However, we could not find it. That's all for me.
A Japanese oil tanker that has spilled more than 1,000 tonnes of oil since running aground off the coast of Mauritius has broken in two. Officials said the split was caused by a crack in a cargo hold
Nearly 15 years
after
ago,
the ship's
Hurricane
condition
Ivan clouded a race
deteriorated
against time
severely
is underway
overnight.
in the Indian Ocean this morning.